They thought they had you figured out. They believed your kindness made you easy to control. Your patience, your empathy, your willingness to understand. They saw all of it not as strength, but as something they could use. So they took. They took your time, your energy, your emotional support. They accepted everything you gave while quietly convincing you that it still wasn't enough. That if you just tried harder, loved deeper, gave more, things would finally feel right. But it never did, because it was never meant to. You weren't seen as a full human being with needs and boundaries. You were seen as a role, a source, someone who could provide validation, attention, comfort, whatever they needed in the moment. And like anything they relied on, they expected you to keep functioning without question, without rest, without recognition. Until one day, you couldn't anymore. You felt drained, confused, worn down, and instead of understanding, they shifted the blame onto you. Suddenly, you were the problem. Too emotional, too distant, not enough. And just like that, they started looking elsewhere. Someone new, someone who hadn't yet seen the pattern, someone who would believe the image they projected, the confidence, the charm, the illusion of stability. But here's the truth most people don't see. That new version of them isn't real. It's built on what you gave. The confidence they show off, the energy they carry, that was fueled by you. And now, they repeat the same cycle. At first, everything feels perfect for the new person. There's excitement, attention, intensity. But slowly, the cracks begin to show. The same dissatisfaction creeps in. The same distance, the same patterns, the same emotional gaps. Because nothing has actually changed. Meanwhile, something has changed you. You started pulling your energy back. You began to see things clearly. You stopped chasing, stopped proving, stopped waiting for something that was never going to be real. And that's when everything shifts. Because the one thing they relied on was your attention. When that disappears, it unsettles them more than anything else. Not because they've suddenly grown or understood, but because they've lost access to what once made them feel powerful. There was a time when they had something real with you. Stability, loyalty, genuine care, but they didn't recognize it. They assumed it would always be there. And now, whether they admit it or not, they feel the absence. Even if their life looks fine on the outside, even if they move on quickly or surround themselves with distractions, there's still a sense of something missing. Because real connection can't be replaced with temporary excitement. And that's the part that stays with them. Not as growth, not as transformation, but as a quiet awareness that something valuable was lost. While they continue searching for the next high, the next distraction, the next illusion, you're doing something different. You're rebuilding, recentering, learning how to protect your peace and value your energy in a way you never did before. And that's the real shift. Because the moment you stop trying to be enough for someone who couldn't see your worth is the moment you start becoming whole again. They didn't lose something ordinary. They lost someone who genuinely cared. And whether they face it or avoid it, that's something they carry with them long after you've moved forward.